Welcome back. Today, we're revealing the moment an actress went from just 81 cents in her bank account to becoming the emotional heart of one of television's biggest dramas, and the childhood pain that made her performance so real. Chrissy Metz grew up in a German, Irish, and Italian household where, as she's described it, food and love were deeply intertwined. When you were sad, you ate; when you were happy, you ate. It was all connected. She's spoken candidly about a difficult upbringing that included emotional and physical hardship growing up, and about painful moments like watching her mother seem to enjoy shopping trips more with her younger, slimmer stepsisters than with her. Before landing her breakthrough role, Metz lost 50 pounds on her manager's recommendation, then gained back 100 during a period of depression, coping through emotional eating. On her 30th birthday, she had a panic attack severe enough to land her in the hospital. A moment, she said, fundamentally shifted her perspective, realizing she'd been so consumed by weight loss that she'd lost sight of her actual health entirely. She landed a supporting role on American Horror Story that required wearing a fat suit, and has described the experience as sobering, looking at herself and genuinely wondering what would happen if she became too heavy to move freely through her own life. But here's the part almost nobody remembers about her path to stardom. After that show ended, she was right back to square one. No savings, growing credit card debt, unemployment checks, and dollar store ramen noodles. A generous roommate let her stay rent-free, telling her simply not to give up. When she finally booked This Is Us in 2016, she had exactly 81 cents in her bank account. Everything changed overnight. The show made her a household name, earning her Emmy and Golden Globe nominations for playing Kate Pearson, a character whose own weight struggles mirrored Metz's real life so closely it became impossible to separate the performance from the person. She said she realized she likely wouldn't have gotten the role at all if she'd already lost the weight beforehand, an uncomfortable truth about the industry she's been open about. Despite the sudden fame, her values stayed remarkably grounded. She said plainly that people assume she's a millionaire now, but she still lived with the same roommate for years afterward, simply paying her fair share once she finally could. Since This Is Us ended in 2022, Metz hasn't slowed down. She wrote a New York Times best-selling memoir, joined the cast of The Hunting Wives, and signed on to a new Apple TV series. She's also continued a genuine, gradual health transformation, publicly losing around 100 pounds through consistent strength training rather than any dramatic shortcut, while candidly pushing back on rumors she'd used weight loss medications, calling that route a slippery slope for anyone with a history of disordered eating. From 81 cents in the bank to a New York Times best-selling author, Chrissy Metz's real story was never really about a number on a scale. It was about refusing to let shame have the final word. What's your favorite Chrissy Metz moment or role? Let us know in the comments and subscribe for more real, untold stories of resilience.